Hey, welcome. We're live. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to another sports night. We are back and better than ever. But you know what? There's no sports to talk about right now, so we're not going to talk about sports. What we're going to talk about instead is our next favorite thing, and that's Disney and food. We're going to talk food tonight.
I like to eat.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Especially now. That's all I can do. That's all we can do is eat. But welcome in, everybody. So tonight, Steve and I are going to kind of change gears a little bit because, you know, with no sports really to talk about, we want to make sure we talk about something. So we're going to talk Disney food. We're going to talk our restaurants, some of our favorite restaurants, and some of our favorite dishes at these restaurants. And we're going to have a great time with it. And I want to welcome everybody into the chat. But first and foremost, this guy right here, Steve. Welcome in, pal.
Hey, buddy.
How are you? How you doing?
Wonderful. Been busy, but outside of that, it's been pretty good.
Good. Glad you're doing well, pal. Glad you're doing well. Anything new coming up with the channel?
Lots of stuff. So I've got, I was going through, I've hit this stride now where work is settled down. I got everything under control there. You know, our website for this and that's up. So it's just, everything's kind of like back to normal now. So I've got more time to do things. I've got a lot of, I was going through, I've got so much content to put out. But first thing I decided to do is completely overhaul my studio. Everything from paint that you can see behind me to everything. I'm gutting everything in here and getting all new equipment and desks. And I got a whole nother setup and a little bit more professional looking, I guess, is what you'll see.
Yeah. Hey, hashtag where's Steve? It looks like everybody's saying that.
Oh, I'm here.
He's here. Absolutely.
I'm at my house. I'm switching things up. And there's a reason. I know there's a dark line behind me underneath the light.
You'll see why, right?
There's a reason to find out. So on Wednesday, you'll see it. Hopefully it'll be done by Wednesday. Nice.
Well, anyway, I'm glad everything's going well with us. Same as usual. We're finally in our apartment. We're getting everything together, which is great. It's funny. We hit 2K and then we went below 2K.
What does it say? Arrested Steve's World, all things jail. I'm confused.
I don't know. All things
does
fun.
It look like a
maybe?
Does it look like a cell or something?
I don't know. But yep. So everything's going well here. Hopefully, we'll get some new vlogs out and things like that. You know, with the background here, we're going to hopefully be setting up. Melissa will be down this week, Friday. Finally, she gets here. Thank goodness. And we'll get our studio set up in the new place. It's going to be great. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. We have Samantha Lowe's here, Carlos Disney World Freak, Russ Stapleton, Captain Akron 27, Jim More Sunshine, please. Tim Pruitt, Buy a Pre-Project is here. Ed and Mindy, good to see you. Disney Dan's in the house. Meg Mickey's Magic, Zippity Doodad. Josh from Triple P is here as well. Alex Brunner, Horizons 18, welcome in. G. Wilson, John Hazelton, buddy, good to see you. My Disney Park Memories, Candy Mom, T. Marie Photography, good to see you. Donna Anderson Folan, welcome in. LSU Mom, Emily, good to see you. Dreamer Deborah, long time no see, Deborah. Hope you're doing well. I think J.M. Lyon, welcome in. First time, I think. Good to have you. I think Richard's in here. R. John's the legend. What's up, Richard? Good to see you, buddy. Donna Jaworski's here, too. Hey, Donna, good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Everybody say hi to Donna, and I think we are caught up.
Did you see Jim's comment?
What did he say?
Walt and Steve look like they're both squatting in an empty rental property.
I am, for sure. My rental is I'm just a rental here.
It's just wet paint. That's all. I'll put the stuff back.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have Melissa and I will be working on hopefully next weekend our studio to get things up and running for sure.
Steve's the new orange.
Steve's the new orange.
No, I don't like that at all.
Rhiannon, welcome in, Rhiannon. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. But tonight, guys, I think we're caught up.
Yes, Bill.
No, Magic of the Mouse TV, welcome in. Please tell us you're not painting your own walls, Steve.
I am, Bill. I am definitely painting my own walls, but there are no subliminal messages in these walls, as I told Donna. I sent Donna a picture, said, look, I'm painting, but there are no subliminal messages.
Oh, yeah, not like the one you left at hers.
No, not at all. That was an accident.
Oh, my God.
There's a video. I have that video to edit, too. So.
Oh, gosh, that's so funny. Oh, my goodness gracious. So before we get started, speaking of food, I don't know if you saw this, and everybody in the chat, I want to know what you saw. Raglan Road is doing something really, really cool during these trying times. Of course, Raglan Road down at Disney Springs, and it's a restaurant down there. They are right now, and I highly suggest for anybody that likes Raglan Road maybe doing this, They are giving $75 gift cards, and you only have to pay $50. And the proceeds go towards their staff.
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome? I thought that was really, really nice. Right now, you have to purchase the $75, and then they'll take the discount off, and the proceeds go towards their staff members while they're not working. I thought that was fantastic, and I think we're going to be buying one because we want to eat there anyway because we've never eaten there, and we want to try it. So if anybody's thinking about it, go out there and look at it, Raglan Road. I think that's a great idea. Let's see here. Who else just came in? I think we have Tracy Glenn is here. Good to see you, Tracy. Hope you're doing well. And David Stevens, welcome in. It's Joey's World's here as well. Joey's World, thank everybody for being here. We got a ton of people in here tonight. Steve, and oh my goodness gracious, Donna Jaworski, $9.99 super chat. She says, I still say it would have been more fun if you had painted in your ballerina costume, Steve. I love you guys.
That is true.
That is true. Thank you, Donna.
We do have a special birthday tomorrow. That's here. Yeah.
Who's that?
I believe it's Joey's World's birthday tomorrow.
Is it his birthday tomorrow? How about that? Awesome. Happy birthday, Joey, for tomorrow. Everybody say happy birthday to Joey's World. And Donna, thank you so much for that super chat.
I've done this before, though, where I listened to somebody tell me whose birthday it was, and I said it, and it wasn't.
Oh.
So I'm kind of needing some confirmation.
That is so funny. That's all right. Hey, everybody always forgets my birthday because it's right in the holidays. It's between New Year's and Christmas, and it's like they're so preoccupied with everything else they forget it. So I totally get that. Rob Fuzz, welcome in. Good to see you too, Rob. Hope you're doing well. Mike Wheeler's here too. Good to see you, Mike. Amy, AJC Magic TV, welcome in. Gosh, guys, thank you all so much. Steve, this might be our biggest.
38 people.
38 people in the house, and they're all coming over from Dan. So thank you, Dan. I appreciate that, buddy. So, Steve, let's get started. We want to talk about restaurants and some of our favorites and some of our favorite menu items on the restaurant. Yes. I'm gonna leave some of the obvious ones from me for a little bit later, but I'll let you start. Which one of your favorite restaurants and a menu item?
Do we want to go place or park by park, resort by resort, or anything like that, or how do you want to do this?
Just let's go.
All right, folks. Lots of pre-planning we do here. So
yeah, exactly. Well, I will say this: we haven't done Melissa and I done a ton of resort restaurants. I mean, we've done a few here and there. So why don't we start there first? Okay. I think that'd be the easiest, and then we'll go to the parks.
Okay. Well, one of my favorites is, which you hate, is Boma's over at Animal Kingdom Lodge. So
I don't hate Boma.
It begins with a B.
And no birthday, Joey's World says. Joey's World says no birthday for a couple weeks.
This is what I get for listening to people. I got to start just going by my own notes that I mark and just being. Anyways, that was Zip, by the way. Zip. It's not Joey's birthday. So it is Zip's birthday tomorrow, though.
Oh, happy birthday, Zippity Doodad.
He said they shared a birthday. They don't. So, okay, so let's go over to Animal Kingdom Lodge, and we're going to eat at Boma's. And Boma's is a really incredible buffet. They have one of the best breakfast buffets on. And I know we said we're going to pick a dish or whatever, but this is just a great place to eat. So, they have a great breakfast. It's probably, in my opinion, it's not a character breakfast, but it's the best breakfast for food alone on property. It's a little bit different. It's obviously African inspired foods. They have things like boba tea that you can't get a lot of other places. But my favorite is the flavor they get on the meats that they have, the carving station.
Right. Yes.
Set it apart from everything else. You got a ton of other experiences like Chef Mickey's and the one at the Winnie the Pooh one over at
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. They're all everything's the same. If you go from one to the other, the food's all the same. The food is different on this buffet. It's got additional flavors. It's obviously inspired by African, like I said, and it's just a really, really good buffet.
100% agree. I actually do like it. Say again.
And zebra domes.
Zebra domes, yes. I've eaten at Boma twice now, both times for dinner. Highly want to try breakfast. I've heard nothing but great things about the breakfast, and I agree with you. It's 100% fantastic food, even for me as such a picky eater. And you too, Steve. Well, you ate with me the one time we ate it at Boma. We loved it. We had a great time with it, and it is really, really good food. And I think you're 100% correct. What set it apart for me was the carving stations. Whether it was what did they have, the beef or the chicken that they had there, it was phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. I don't know what it is that they put on there, but it's phenomenal.
The beef is for me is the best. It's just there's nothing like it. The beef on that is unlike any of the other beef on any of the other buffets.
Yes, it's very, very good, and I've heard nothing but good things about that. So for sure.
Dan said you guys are the pickiest eaters to do this topic. Love you guys.
Dan, you can come on if you want to come on, man. I know it's late.
Dan, yeah.
Steve, you want to send him the link? You can come on if you want. He's more than welcome to.
He does know a little bit about food.
He does know a little bit about food. Detroit Disney Duo, welcome in. Good to see you. And the Disney Nerd Herders are here. Charlie and Stacy, welcome in, guys. Steve, I think that's a great pick for sure. And I tell you what, I'm going to stay in Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go to Sanaa.
I figured.
We tried Sanaa in August for the first time. We had dinner with Donna, Richard, Samantha, Dan. Everybody was there.
I was supposed to be there.
That's all right. Things happen. We had such a great time. I couldn't believe how good the food was. Melissa loved it. This is her absolute favorite. She got and Dan can correct me if I'm wrong, and Donna too. I think she got the butter chicken. I think that's what it was called. And here he comes right now. There he is.
What's up, Dan?
That's Sanaa.
You heard Sanaa, yes. What was it that Melissa got? She got the butter chicken, right?
Oh, so good.
Yes, Melissa got the butter chicken. I got the steak. But obviously everybody knows by now Sanaa is known for their bread, the bread service. It was phenomenal. It was awesome. Steve, we're so sorry you weren't there, buddy, because I know, and you're picky like me, you would have loved it though. I'm telling you. I know you would.
Yeah, there was no doubt about that. I if I remember correctly, I just was not feeling well at all that day.
Right.
And allowed Richard to go too. So because technically Richard didn't have a spot, we probably could have got him in. But
yeah, we would have got him in. But yeah, no. So that's my pick. I picked Sanaa. Dan, I know that would have been one up near the top of your list, but we're doing resorts first. We'll get to the parks. So what do you guys think is Dan? With Sanaa would have made your list? I'm assuming, right?
You know what's really funny? I was actually planning a ranking restaurant video list today, and I already did it today. And yes, Sanaa was already on the top of my list. It was, I mean, I've been there 3-4 times, and like the service is amazing, the atmosphere is amazing, the food is just, I think it's honestly the best food on property because it's just like everything is just so delicious, and it's good for like the pickiest eaters, but also the adventurous eaters. Because you can have, like, if you order the bread service, you don't have to have all the condiments that go with it. You can have like just the bread if you just wanted to, and even that alone is pretty good. And then you can have like all the different stuff. You can have the spicy dips, you can have the mild dips, you can have the exotic dips, and yeah, everything about Sanaa is amazing. The only thing a problem is with Sanaa, it's so out of the way of everything else at Disney World that like you have to take a plane to get there. I do, but you know.
Yep. Rob Wieska, welcome in, and Tina McNeil, welcome in as well. So that was my pick. I picked Sanaa. Dan, what would be one of the ones for you if you had to pick a restaurant at a resort?
Sorry, I already made a list. Okay, so I chose. I heard you say Boma, didn't you say, Steve?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Boma's. So I can't say Boma. That's fine. That's cool. I went with Trails End.
Yes, did that for the first time. Yeah,
Fort Wilderness. I think didn't I say Trails End was a must for you guys? I think I did recommend it.
It was actually the next one I was going to say.
I beat you. You beat me to Boma, so we're all good. But look, Trails End. I mean, if you want the best bargain on Disney property, like Trails End will cost you $16 without tax. Like it's so good. The breakfast is amazing. Actually, I would say the breakfast buffet there is probably the best breakfast buffet on property. The only problem is with Trails End, it is such a trek to get to. You have to take either a boat from the Wilderness Lodge or the Contemporary, or you have to park in the Fort Wilderness campground to get a bus. Like it's such a hassle to get to.
Yeah,
but you know what? It is like the food is always amazing there. You'll always, like, even if you didn't make a reservation there, you'll always get a table because no one eats there. Like no one goes there because it's so out of the way. But it's so good. It is so good.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It is very, very good. It is difficult to get to. And you're right. And Steve, I don't know how it was for you when you ate there, but they're really, it's really never crowded.
No, never. But like, I think number one, a lot of people don't know about it, and the people that do don't want to take that trip down there. Now, when they put the Skyliner down there, that changes things. So, I think it's fantastic, and I'll settle for the lower crowds of people that don't want to make that travel.
I agree 100%. That's
Yeah.
fine with me. Yeah, it's good that it's a hidden gem because that means we have it all to ourselves.
I think, so
Has anybody done anything other than breakfast there? Because that's all we did.
No, I only did. Actually, no, I think I've done lunch there.
Yeah, I did lunch
there for my cast member days.
Okay.
That was pretty good. I think I prefer breakfast.
Oh, it was dinner. It wasn't lunch. You're right, Donna. Sorry.
I think I preferred breakfast over dinner just because it was so close to Magic Kingdom and you can get a boat over there. It's quite easy. But I heard dinner as well. Obviously, Steve, you've done it. So
so I just did it in January, and that they had brisket, they had pulled pork. It was incredible. It was really, really incredible.
Is it all like barbecue for dinner, Steve?
Most of the time, but then they had they had some kind of cobbler, they had bread pudding, they had then they have all these fixins. They have a lot of other stuff. It's not all barbecue. They have like roasted chicken, I think, and they had some other things in there. But it's do you know what is that right next to? Is it called Hoop-de-Doo? Is that what it is?
Hoop-de-Doo review.
Same
kitchen.
It's the same exact food.
Same kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, exactly, Dan. It's the same kitchen.
Good. Okay.
So if you've been to Hoop-de-Doo and you like that food, that's the same kind of food as over there.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, and I did. I like their food a lot.
The brisket on they had brisket on the buffet. I mean, it was good.
That's it. I agree. Well, great pick, Dan, for sure. Yeah. Steve, we're back to you, buddy. Where are we going next?
So
let's do one more at a resort because I know we're.
I'm going to go back over to the Polynesian.
Ooh.
And I'm going to say no Ohana because it's terrible. I've done it twice. I'll go back again. It's just been two really terrible experiences. The food was awful. And then I'm also never been to Kona yet. That was where I was supposed to go in January. In January, and I didn't get to make it on Dan's recommendation. But I'm going to go over to, this is kind of out there, but it's the Spirit of Aloha show. And the food there is incredible. And it may come from one of the other Polynesian places, I don't know, but they bring you out. It's all you care to eat, and they have pulled pork, and they have all this other stuff. And they have this jasmine rice, and it's just a great thing. Now, I wish they had the one thing I absolutely love, the bread pudding with the banana caramel sauce from Ohana.
Yeah,
I could just drink that banana caramel sauce. It was amazing. And to have that sauce, and even on ice cream, is just fantastic. But if they had that at the Spirit of Aloha, it would be perfect.
Gotcha. Now, see, I wonder about Spirit of Aloha and that's the only reason why we haven't done it yet is because I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard people, fantastic. And that's what I've heard that, but I've heard other people say it wasn't good, so we're scared because a lot of times we'll do things that the majority of the times we hear it's fantastic. Like Steve's telling me it's fantastic, but then I've read other reviews where the people said they didn't like it at all. But Dan, you liked it as well?
So I haven't actually done Spirit of Aloha. I've done Kona and I've done Ohana. And well, if you count Tambu Lounge as well, because you can get a lot of the Ohana food at Tambu Lounge. But I've heard, similar to you, I've heard mixed reviews about the Spirit of Aloha. I know it's quite a long show. And also, I think what I read was that they cook all the food in the same kitchen as Ohana. So to get the food from Ohana to where they do the show, the food can get a bit cold. It won't be as fresh as it would be straight off the grill. But some people said it's amazing. Some people, I think for me, I've always said always give things a go. There are some restaurants on my list that I've tried and okay, they were fine. I probably will never do again. But I think it's definitely an experience that it's a different experience that you might not get anywhere else.
Yeah, gotcha. And it's honestly, I mean, okay. So there's a show, and it's all about Hawaiian dances. It's a group of people. They tell a little story as they do it, and it's all a story about showing you the progression of Hawaiian dances. And there's a fire guy there. The shows are fantastic. I didn't have any problem with the food whatsoever. The food was always hot and warm.
Right.
The server always had more on our table. We were never waiting anything. This is a show too, for those of you that like it. It's a all you can eat or all you can drink alcohol is included in this as well.
How expensive is it, Steve? Somebody asked.
It was so if it varies throughout the year, but basically if you want main floor stage 1, so there's stage 1 right in the middle. That's where we sat. We actually got upgraded because it was my niece's birthday. But so stage 1 right in the middle is $65.07 a person. So and you have to pay that up front. Okay. If you go to then number 2 wraps around it and goes behind it on the upper level, and 3 are to the 2 ends. Category 2 is $60.38 a person, and category 3 is $53.81. Now, that usually is a little higher than that. I think the numbers are down because of people, they're trying to get bookings for the future.
Right.
They're usually around the $80 a person range. So, but yeah, the stage 1 you have to pay for ahead of time. Stage 2 and 3, you can actually use a dining plan for 2 credits if you're on the dining plan for stage 2 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the tier system is a lot like Hoop-de-Doo, where depending on the tier system, it's where you sit. Because I think you can sit upstairs for Hoop-de-Doo, and then you can sit right up front of the stage for Hoop-de-Doo. So I think it's similar to that kind of concept, depending on the price. So,
okay. I want to say hi to Brian Eisenhart, buddy. Brian, I didn't even see you come in, pal. So glad you're here. Everybody say hi to Brian. Brian, hope you're doing well, buddy. Brian's a huge support. I didn't even see him come in, so I'm sorry, Brian. He said he's hibernating in here.
Well, we are talking about food.
I know. I don't blame him. But Donna says she just doesn't like spending that much money to eat outside when it's so hot and humid here most of the time. But maybe in February or March, it would be great.
I think that affects people's opinions negatively more than anything, because the show and the food are fantastic. They have fans and it's breezy and everything. So, and you're under canopy, so it's just spending. But the show does go on, rain or shine.
Really,
the show doesn't go on.
The food does, but you can't do the show.
Yeah, the food's there. They mingle, do some things there, but the stage performers will not be on stage. They may come out and do some things in the aisles or something, but they usually haven't, unless it's like severe lightning, things like that.
Gotcha. All right. Dan, we're going to go to you next. One more from a resort, and then we'll start getting into the parks. Where are we going next?
From the resort. I think I'll move away from the Poly because I love it so much. But I am going to go over to... I'll go over to Whispering Canyon.
I've never eaten there.
I know you do.
That's my home resort, and we've never eaten there.
I remember you keep saying it's my home resort, but I've never eaten at Whispering Canyon. So I actually just did this on Disney Food Friday because it's always in my mind. Whispering Canyon is actually I chose this restaurant from Corey's recommendation. I messaged Corey and I said, "Hey, do you recommend Whispering Canyon?" He goes, "Yeah, absolutely, go for it." I'm just like, this was the best decision I think I chose all trip, because I chose so many new restaurants, and I chose Whispering Canyon. Now the reason why I love Whispering Canyon, one, unlimited milkshakes, which are proper good there. Like I would say the milkshakes there are one of the best on property, considering they're unlimited. And the skillets, like if you look Picky Eater 1 and 2, if you want not like the pickiest of picky food, like this is it right here. It is meat, like potatoes, like basic veg. It is just delicious. Everything is so good there. They have brisket. The traditional skillet I had brisket, chicken, sausage, pulled pork, ribs, mashed potatoes, beans. Like this skillet was huge, man. It was crazy. But what's great is that they have all different types of skillets. So if you're vegan, they have a vegan skillet. If you like seafood, they have a seafood and like a surf and turf brisket, which is not surf and turf skillet, not brisket. And then they have what they call, I think, the piggy brisket, which is all just pork ones, which is pretty cool.
Is that what you said? The piggy brisket. Is that what it was called?
Piggy. What did I say? Brisket. I meant piggy skillet.
I thought you said the piggy brisket or something. Sorry.
Clearly, brisket is on my mind as well. But it's great. Like the service is fantastic, and they're really into the whole theming of everything. if please ask for ketchup because they'll make a big deal out of it. It's amazing.
I'll bring you all the ketchup. Yeah.
They bring you all the ketchup. It's fantastic. And we did like I put your right left in, your left arm out, in, out, shake it all about. The hokey we did all that. That was great. And actually for the price, it's not too bad, but it's definitely a Disney dining plan credit worthy restaurant. Because the skillets are quite expensive, but the amount of food you get is pretty good, and you get unlimited. So if you want more brisket or more ribs or pulled pork, just you can have as much as you want. I think I got through 1.5 skillets. Yeah, that was a lot of food, and that was just me. That wasn't including Sarah. That wasn't including Sarah as well. But
nice. Okay.
Yeah, so I definitely check out Whispering Canyon for sure.
Yeah, let me say hi to Blaine 2007 is here. Big Noah Mountain 5, Zippity Doodad, the Orlando guy, and somebody else came in too, and I missed them.
Did Zip just say Dan? Just said Dan.
Somebody else came in too, and I'm sorry if I didn't say hi to you. Oh, did I say hi to Preston? Preston's here too. I think that was it. But welcome in, everybody. I've never eaten at Whispering Canyon. Not yet. I'm sorry.
So good.
So I've eaten at a lot of places. There's a lot of things I can't eat on the menu, especially seafood. So
hey, Avery, welcome in too.
Hey.
Yeah, I've never.
This place is mixed review for me because I've not been there very many times. I've only been there once actually on this one. The food was phenomenal. Thought the food was incredibly good. The service I was very disappointed in because I knew what I was supposed to be getting, and I got none of it. It was way too nice, and he seemed like he was bored to be there.
maybe it was the end of his shift.
Maybe, I don't know. I will say though, I have to disagree with Dan on the milkshakes. I thought they were bad, like really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, in my opinion, there's far better milkshakes at number one at any of the ice cream shops. There's one over at the 50s prime time with the peanut butter milkshake I had with Corey. There's a lot better milkshakes on property.
Yeah, that's good.
For a buffet, all you can drink, they're not terrible, but to me, I did not care too much for the milkshakes.
Steve, are you allergic to seafood?
I get sick. I don't know if I most of the time it doesn't stay down. Okay. So I don't know if I'm allergic or what it is, but
just not too powerful. Sure.
Yep. Charlie says, Disney Dan, do they let you share a skillet with wife or child? Well, I don't personally share food. I'm like Joey from Friends. Disney Dan doesn't share food, but I think if you pay out of pocket, not on the dining plan, you can share. But if you are on the dining plan, I think you have to use a credit if you sit down. Don't quote me on that. And then there was another question. Does Dan like be our guest at Disney World?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
good. I don't like it as much now as I used to.
No, I'm in an agreement.
The new prefix menu has really gone downhill for them.
It's a lunch place for me if I wanted to. It's not. I think it's too sort of. It's got a really nice shiny cover, but on the inside it's.
Yeah,
it was fantastic before they changed it.
Yes, I agree. 100%.
I agree.
100%, Steve. 100%. So for me, last one for resorts, we're going to head over to Cape May Cafe. I mean, Cape May Cafe at Old Key West.
Look, that's a popular spot for a lot of people. If you like seafood,
where's Dave?
Where's the one with the chicken? No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the wrong place. Olivia's. At Old Key West. I'm sorry, Steve.
Cape May's over at
Cape May is right. No, I'm thinking Olivia's.
It's the seafood buffet that you can eat. Yeah. Now, like I said, a lot of people do like it, but Olivia's, that's different.
Yeah, Olivia's. We're going to Olivia's. Melissa and I and Mason tried Olivia's for the first time at Old Key West.
It's good.
The chicken's phenomenal. That's what we got. We got the chicken in the gravy and the mashed potatoes. It was phenomenal. Chicken was cooked to perfection. It's known for the chicken over there anyway, and it was phenomenal. And it's not bone in; it's boneless. It was awesome. Anybody? Have you guys eaten there yet?
I've eaten there.
I ate there in January after literally after we did the marathon, the 10K. We met over there and all had dinner together or lunch.
I just love it. I think it's phenomenal.
I feel like it's one of those places like Trails End where like it's not on people's radar, and that's why it's so good because it is like not it is out the way, but the quality of the food there and the service, and it's definitely a must. I think for me,
I will say that it was really hard to get to. Not it was really hard to park and then walk all the way to where we were at.
Yeah, we went to a park, and then we went from the park. We took the bus there.
Well, the buses were, even when we went, the buses were backed up. Because
Really?
I guess you can only unload one bus at a time or something there, whatever the case was. But everything was backed up. I mean, it was a train wreck basically.
Wow, gotcha. Well, that's my pick is Olivia's.
Love
it. Steve, let's go to the Magic Kingdom first. We'll go there first. So where are we eating it? Where's your spot for the Magic Kingdom? And by the way, I want to say hi to Alyssa and Neil Disney family. Welcome in. Hey. Thank you for being here.
Yes. So the Magic Kingdom has, they got some interesting things there. I used to absolutely love Be Our Guest restaurant, but I don't anymore because they changed it. It's still really good for lunch. I mean, for lunch. I'm sorry, for lunch. But the one I'm going to is the place that Zip and I and his family ate at something for the first time, just I think it was January, and that's the Diamond Horseshoe Review. Is it called the Diamond Horseshoe Review or the Diamond Horseshoe?
Yeah, the Diamond Horseshoe.
So
we
went there, and that might be there was brisket there as well, and that's the best brisket I've had on property. We had a really cool experience. The electricity actually went out, believe it or not. They had it was
electricity.
It was a monster storm, with nothing I've ever been at Disney for before. And I kept telling Patch, we were over by the TTS, said, hey, you want to go eat with me? I got reservations. And he said, yeah. We looked up the sky. He said, you guys better be able to run because we had to go all the way around. It was close. We almost didn't make it. But the food was out of this world good. It felt like good home cooked food. And I can't remember there was a lot of stuff on that, man. And don't they have some kind of s'mores? I think they had something for s'mores on the dessert. But all I really remember just that stood out above anything else was that brisket. It was incredible.
Yep, we ate there.
And they have corn on the cob too, which I thought was pretty. I loved that.
Yeah, we ate there back in August, and it was good. It was really, really good. You know what, Steve and Dan? I don't know if you've eaten there or not. If they would bring back the stage show they used to do in there, it would take it to another level. They used to have a stage show they did.
They have a piano that plays by itself every so often.
Yep,
I'm okay with that. I get Disney has a lot of shows and a lot of character dining and everything. I liked this because it wasn't a character show, to be honest with you, or a show. I don't want to, every time I go eat, I don't want a show or characters. And I thought this was just a really cool, because if you put a show there, to me, it would be the Hoop-Dee-Doo Review again. But similar food, similar kind of atmosphere. I really enjoyed just sitting there and listening to the piano. It's old time Western piano played sometimes.
Yes, it was.
Just having a good time talking and enjoying ourselves.
Yep. I just liked it. I think Disney does a good job. See, to me, I think Disney does a good job with managing that. Not everything is a character or show. I mean, you can go to Liberty Tree. You can go to many different places where you're not going to get a show. But I do like that they incorporate it. But I get what you're saying, Steve. I'm with you. Sometimes I just want to sit down and have dinner and be quiet and just relax and enjoy it. So I totally get you. And you're right. Diamond Horseshoe, it's really good food. We enjoyed it. I was surprised. What about you, Dan? Where are you going in Magic Kingdom, buddy?
So I am heading over to the Jungle Skipper Canteen.
I've never eaten there.
It is, I think, for me, the best sit-down restaurant in Magic Kingdom. I think it's incredibly well themed. If you are into your bad dad Jungle Cruise jokes, that's where it's at. I've heard, a lot of people, had bad experiences there, but every time I've gone, it has been fantastic. And I just had to go onto the My Disney Experience app to get some of the menu items because they're so just amazing. I always get an appetizer, which is the Fools family falafel. So if you know Dr. Albert Fools, part of the SEA, and his backstory and his from the exploration group, absolutely fantastic. And the falafel is absolutely amazing. And then the thing I go for at the Skipper Canteen for an entree is the Taste Like Chicken, because it is.
That's a great name, by the way.
It's amazing. Delicious. Crispy fried chicken served with jasmine rice, chili glaze, and seasonal vegetables. I mean, it's basic, it's clean, it's light, it's juicy. It's so good. And, I think every time I've gone to the Jungle Skipper canteen, the cast member has always been fantastic. The waiter or waitress is always, every
Spot
time
on.
she did something, she
Nice.
told a joke, which was really great. And you know what? It's okay. It's a sit-down table service restaurant, but the value is not Magic Kingdom value. Like it's more resort value, because you go to someone like Cinderella's Royal Table and that's going to set you $100 per person. it's expensive. Whereas this, I mean, you could easily eat for under $30.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Easily at the Skipper canteen. So
Nice.
I really do recommend it. It is I would call this a Disney restaurant because it has that theming, it has good food, it has great service. I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer at Magic Kingdom.
Shep, welcome in, buddy. And speaking of the Shep family, Shep's going live at 9:30 with story time for Shep. Be sure to check him out right after us. So be sure to check him out. Somebody could put his link in the chat. I'd appreciate it. Great pick, Dan. I haven't been to Skipper Canteen yet. I've heard good and bad as well there. I've mostly heard good, but I think it's a place that we ultimately will get to down the road for sure. Steve, you been there?
I've had reservations twice. Once got
See where this is going.
Once got canceled by a hurricane, and then the other one, I don't remember what happened, but somebody came to me and said, "Hey, you want to eat with us tonight?" Because I was by myself, and I said, "Sure." So I canceled this canteen to go eat with somebody else. But it looks good. I believe I watched Michael K do a video review of the steak there, and it's something that I would definitely like to get.
The sizzling Savannah grilled steak.
Nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
So I think it's pepper. I think it's pepper encrusted all the way around it, or something like that. It just sounded really incredible.
It does sound good.
It's on my list to get to.
Nice. Well, mine. Look, I'm just going to go plain Jane. I'm going over to Liberty Tree. I think Liberty Tree is great. It's comfort food. It's family style. It always comes out hot and fresh. I do agree. I think Tracy said that it's really crowded there, like table on top of table. That's probably my only problem with it right now. The theming is done fantastically there. We really enjoy the food, whether it's the beef or whether it's the turkey or the mashed potatoes or the mac and cheese or the corn. We love it. I just think it's fantastic. I think if there's one downfall to Magic Kingdom, I do think it's the lack of quality food in the park. There are a couple, but there's not a ton. I mean,
when you compare it to parks,
I mean, I think it might be last. Maybe not. Maybe Hollywood Studios, in my opinion, because we're not big on Hollywood Studios there either. But there's not a lot to choose from, so I'm just going to Liberty Tree. We really enjoy the food there. We've never had a bad experience. We've been there 3 times. I'm sure you guys have eaten there, correct?
Yes.
Dan hasn't eaten there yet?
Okay, so
it's American. It's like the epitome of American Thanksgiving.
Sure, that's exactly right.
Picking up from, so I've eaten at the Diamond Horseshoe when it was a quick service.
Whoa.
Way back. But in terms of Liberty Tree, I've never eaten at Liberty Tree. There we go. Never eaten there. I never sort of. No, I don't know. I don't know if it's because American comfort food is not my go-to sort of food. Like for me, American comfort food is burgers.
Why not? British comfort food is my food to go to.
Is burgers and steaks for me. Whereas like a whole Thanksgiving, I think because we don't really do Thanksgiving, it's not something we sort of resonate to. Whereas I think you guys sort of absolutely love, which don't get me wrong, I love turkey and stuffing and all that kind of stuff. So look, I mean, I've heard nothing but amazing things about Liberty Tree, and look, while I took you to Sanaa this year, you could take me to Liberty Tree next time.
You heard it, Steve. You heard that, right?
I heard it, and right. In my opinion, Dan, you're not missing a lot. I'm not big on Thanksgiving dinner, the traditional Thanksgiving dinner, all that. And I was I thought the atmosphere was just okay at best. I just wasn't pleased with it. And then it was very, very tight, crowded.
It is for sure.
But it is
Steve.
different food though. It's different than other stuff you can get at Disney.
Right.
And it's worth a trip at least once for sure. It's just not something I'm going to rush back to.
No, I agree with Steve. It's not oh my God, I have to eat at Liberty Tree. It's not like you would do for like Le Cellier or California Grill or something like that, where it's like, oh my gosh. But if it's an option and you don't have a lot of other options to go to, it's definitely. I think you'd enjoy the food. I think it's good. But Steve's right. It's certainly not a. Yes, we have to eat there. But for what you have in Magic Kingdom, it is going to be near the top for Magic Kingdom. That's how I see it.
Tracy Glenn's comment about me not liking Thanksgiving dinner.
That was pretty funny.
Well, but Thanksgiving's before the Revolution. It's based off the Indians and the Pilgrims.
Yes, see, exactly.
See? So
I mean, if they refuse to serve tea, I would completely be okay with that because I don't like tea anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. And Tracy's right. At one time, it was character dining at Liberty Tree.
It was.
They were dressed up in their
patriotic,
colonial
outfits. Yeah.
All right, so Steve, let's head over to Hollywood Studios next. We're going to save the best one for last, and we all know who that is. But let's go to Hollywood. Yeah. Actually, we're not going to do Disney Springs because we're running out of time. But Steve, let's go over to Hollywood Studios. Where are we eating? Where are you eating?
So if I only get one, there is a lack of choices here at Hollywood Studios. And I've never been to the Brown Derby, so I can't comment on the Brown Derby, but I do think it's pretty good. I think I'm going to pick. Man, I'm not even going to pick the new Star Wars stuff, even though that's pretty good too. I'm not going to eat it here. I just think I'm going to pass on. No. So
I agree. This one's hard because I think it lacks.
I'll say this. My favorite's going to be the new one they're building in Toy Story Land because it's going to be something different. It's barbecue. I like it. But if I got to pick one of the ones that's currently there, it's got to be between either Hollywood and Vine or, you know what? I'm going to go with Hollywood and Vine. It's a buffet. You can get a little bit different. I would literally rather just go to the 50s Primetime Cafe and have a peanut butter and jelly milkshake than anything else in this whole entire park. So, but I am going to go with the Hollywood and Vine. It's mini seasonal dine there. They have, depending on what season is, it's all the same kinds of foods that you can find everywhere else, except they theme them and maybe decorate them just a little bit differently to whatever season you're in. I've eaten there during Halloween season, and they do have characters that meet you, characters that come around. So that's always fun. But the food is pretty decent here. But the reason why I always go to buffets is because being picky, you can find something you like and eat a lot of it if you want it.
I agree. Kay Atwood and Bill Steffen, welcome in. That's a good pick, Steve. Look, I'll just do mine before I go to Dan. Mine's going to be sci-fi. I'm sorry. That's the only place we've ever eaten at Hollywood Studios. That's table service, and even that's not that great.
I'm not sure I'll ever go back to sci-fi.
Yeah, I mean, but I agree. That's why I think Hollywood Studios is below Magic Kingdom.
The sci-fi is incredible for
theming,
except for I wish they would get rid of the old style monster movies and come up with some other, maybe like a drive-in diner type thing to watch a different thing. I watch the movies they put on there and are not something I want to watch while I'm eating. And it just, I don't know. The food was good. The atmosphere was really good, sitting in those cars and everything. But when they put those movies on there, I didn't like it.
I got you. I agree. That's why it was the only one I could choose from all of them. Dan, what about you, buddy? Where are we going?
Let me thou educate. Let me tell you something. I have eaten at this place not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times.
Backlot Express?
No. Mama Melrose, Ristorante Italiano.
I forget about that place.
It's not bad.
Let me tell you something about this place, right? Okay, it is not the best restaurant in Disney World, not even by a long shot, but it's not at any sense bad at all. Okay, so the best way to do this restaurant is with the Fantasmic Dining Package, because this is the best restaurant to get with the Fantasmic Dining Package, because the food actually there tastes really, really good. I've had the chicken parm. Tastes fantastic. There you go. I've had the chicken parm there, and I've had the steak with the 4 cheese mac and cheese. Oh my god, that stuff is like, I would just go for the mac and cheese there, but the steak and the 4 cheese mac and cheese dish is amazing. I would say that by far, with everything else, definitely one thing to get. It is, you know what? It's such an overlooked restaurant, especially in a Disney park, that, you know, as soon as you go into that restaurant, you smell that garlic. You feel like you're in you feel like you're in Friends. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's like Italian New York style. It's very, very good. And look, it's not going to be your Ohana's or your Sanars or whatever. But if you want, for me, the best restaurant in Hollywood Studios, except Brown Derby, go to Mama Melrose. I guarantee you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, I've never eaten here. So, like I said, we've very few restaurants at Hollywood Studios.
I do recommend it.
I've been there once. I'll give it a second try because when we went in, I wanted spaghetti. I wanted the garlic. I wanted all that stuff.
Right.
And the guy that was there talked me into doing the steak. Talked my niece into doing the steak. It was the worst steak I've ever had on property.
Really?
It was dry. It was burnt. It had some kind of weird sauce on it too, and it was a little bit different flavor.
I am going to make sure that when you next go, I'm going to give them a call first and say, look, my bud Steve is coming. If you disappoint him again, like I'm not coming again, because the steak I had was pretty good.
This one we didn't finish them. We didn't finish them. They were bad.
Sorry to hear that.
But I wanted spaghetti. The guy talked me out of it. Said, you can't come here and get spaghetti. I was like, that's what I want.
Yeah,
and he talked me into getting the steak, and it was burnt. I think it was burnt. It was done way past what I wanted to be done. And there's some kind of, I want to say it was like some kind of rosemary sauce or something that it was baked in, and it just, or fried in.
Maybe basil, I think, possibly.
I don't know, but it wasn't, I was disappointed. But I'll go back again because I want the spaghetti.
Yeah. I agree. That's a good pick for sure. I've just never eaten there yet, but it's on the list for sure. All right, so let's head over to Animal Kingdom. We're going to save Epcot for last because I think I'm interested to see what everybody has to say for that one. Let's do Animal Kingdom. Steve, Animal Kingdom, where are you eating?
Man, there's so many places to eat. If I got to pick one, man, it's a toss-up. It's going to be a quick service for me or a lounge. And I think I'm going to pick – just go. It's a quick service. I'm going to go with Satuli Canteen because it's the best quick service on property. Again, and I get a lot of people like the Flame Tree, which is another barbecue restaurant that I love. So, it's my second favorite. But Satuli, you can't get the flavors that you get at Satuli anywhere on Disney whatsoever. Sure. The way they cook the chicken and the way they cook the beef is just out of this world. And on top of that, if you get the bowls, I just get the chicken and the beef separate because I don't like the other stuff. But if you get all the other bowls and everything together, those flavors are completely different too than anything else you can get on property. And then the blueberry mousse cheesecake that they have out of this world. Now I know they have cheeseburger pods and all this other stuff too. It's just a very unique dining experience. It's a quick service dining experience, so it's not as expensive, but it is easily, like, not by a mile, my favorite quick service on property.
Yeah, that's a great pick. TaylorMade Disney, welcome in, and Ray J, welcome in. Ray J, hope you're doing well. Dan and we ate together at Satuli Canteen.
We did.
We had a great time. And again, being very, very picky, I enjoyed my food immensely there. So I think that's a great pick. And I do agree. We did a video on top 10 quick service, and I think that was number one for us. If I remember correctly.
Sorry, very, very quickly. You know what makes me sad? Because you know how good Satuli Canteen is? It just makes me feel upset how kind of meh Docking Bay 7 is at Galaxy's Edge.
It could be much better.
It could be so much better considering that they had more,
You could take the same flavors from Satuli and put them in Docking Bay and completely change
it. Would work. Yeah, and it would work.
So
yeah,
well.
I agree 100%.
Sorry, I just had to add that side note.
No. Dan, where are we going? Where are you eating?
For me, there's only one sit-down restaurant in Animal Kingdom that actually is fantastic, and that's Yak and Yeti.
That was my pick too.
It is every time I go, there's the one thing I always get, and that is the Kobe beef burger with the what cheese? What cheese is it that I have? I can't even remember. It's so good. They have string fries, and the burger is huge. It's always juicy, very well cooked, and I always have that every single time because it's a great meal, and I would say I would put it in my top 3 best burgers on property. So
that's great.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, Yak and Yeti was my pick too. Last time we ate there was just last trip. We ate there with Joey and Lisa and Keith. We all had dinner in there. I like the firecracker shrimp, but I got the steak there last time, and it was really, really good, Steve. It's not the best steak I've had, but it was better than I thought. Very flavorful. That would have been my pick too. That's where I was going.
Great.
Steve, have you eaten it? Yak and Yeti?
I have. Like Ohana, I had an absolutely terrible experience there.
Food wise or just service wise?
Service was terrible and food was bad.
I feel like
Really?
Steve always gets the wrong end of the stick when he goes to restaurants.
It's these big ones that everybody loves.
Yeah.
I bet the customers know. Oh wait, Steve's coming. I better.
Yeah,
but normally it's great, but that place in Ohana, I've just had absolutely terrible luck at. I did tell people I'll go back and try it again. It was really bad. It actually might be Cape May Cafe because it's nothing but seafood is on the bottom. Yak and Yeti's right above it.
Gotcha. Wow.
Everything on property.
Wow. Joey's World says Yak and Yeti love it, but Walt and Melissa were forced by us. Since the quick service closed an hour early, unannounced.
You know what's so surprising is the people who own Yak and Yeti are the same people who own Rainforest Cafe and T-Rex.
Yeah.
And they are my worst restaurants. I've never ever gone.
I love Rainforest and T-Rex, and I can't stand
T-Rex. I like T-Rex. Rainforest it's a chain.
I can't hear myself think in those restaurants.
It is loud.
That is true.
It is loud. It is definitely loud.
I'm not taking my girlfriend for a romantic dinner there for sure.
Oh. Sit in the ice area in T-Rex where everything looks blue. Oh my God, I won't eat in there.
That's where I sat there the last time. I loved it.
Did you?
Yeah, we loved it.
I feel like I'm gonna go blind.
I'll be blue by the time I get out of that restaurant.
I do like it though, Steve. T-Rex is a lot of fun. I like it in there. And the food's not bad.
Yeah.
All right. So last but not least, we're going to head over to probably easily the best part of the 4 when it comes to food. And actually, I think this is going to be hard. But Steve, you're in Epcot. You got one day, and you can eat at any restaurant where you eat.
Well, the obvious choice, maybe for all of us, is Les Cellier. So I'm going to stay away from Les Cellier and go.
I am too.
And go somewhere completely different. So, man, there's so many places. I thought we were going to pick like 3 or 4 here.
If we had time, we could.
Yeah, there's so many good ones. It would have to be. Man, I love Coral Reef. I love the. You know what? I'm going to go with. I want to say Vietnam. I know I'm going to go with Coral Reef Cafe. I think it's the food there is very good, and plus, if you like seafood, you can get other kinds of seafood. I think they have swordfish and some other things there, but they used to. But they have a really good steak there as well. The steak is a little different than any other steaks on property, but the atmosphere really sets this one apart from all the rest of them.
Interesting.
The aquarium that's there. And you sit and you watch the stingrays and the sharks go by. And I mean, we got to sit there once for my niece's birthday. We were on the aquarium, and I just set my camera up and filmed for 2 hours. And it's incredible. It's some of the best stuff I've got. And just put it on in the background and let it just watch the fish go by, But it's an all around fantastic experience. I know there's so many more restaurants that I could have chosen. But I really like the Coral Reef Cafe. And it's hidden back there around Nemo that a lot of people don't even know it's back there.
No.
Yep.
So well hidden.
Yep, it definitely is. I've never eaten at Coral Reef yet. Can you believe that?
Are you serious?
We haven't eaten there yet, man.
Dude, it's for theming and atmosphere. Well, there's so many good theming atmosphere, but you're in front of I think there's 8 tables across the aquarium view itself. And it's 4 massive window panels of the aquarium. And you know where you can go in and see when you go to Seas with Nemo and Friends and you walk through and you see all the that's where you're at.
Oh, where is it? Okay.
You're behind it and you're watching all the stingray, the manta rays, and all that stuff. And
the sharks as well.
The sharks swim by, all the fish. I mean, it's incredible.
Just don't feel bad if you do eat fish in front of the fish. Just don't feel bad about it. It's fine.
Yeah. And then they have these special desserts where they bring these. It's like candied bits, but they'll have this thing that looks like a sea turtle, and they'll have one that looks like an ocean wave and everything. And they put them; they're just like sugar candy, and they stick them in your thing. It's just a great restaurant.
Huh? Okay.
Good
I've not eaten there. Donna says I have to try it, so we definitely will be trying it. Donna, maybe you guys can come with us, help us with the menu.
Good restaurant.
So, what about you, Dan? Where are we going?
Well, I've got 2 on my list, which I feel that are the same 2 on your list, Walt. So
we can only pick one.
Because if I pick one, you're going to pick the other, and I want to pick the other. Surprisingly, not the Rose and Crown pub. I think the Orlando guy put, but it's not the Rose and Crown as much as I love the Rose and Crown. which one would you pick, Walt?
We should have just picked our restaurants in Epcot.
I know, I know.
I know, yeah, I know.
I'm going with Restaurant Marrakesh. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm going with Garden Grill.
That's a good
I'm
pick.
going with Garden Grill because Walt's going to pick Via Napoli, so I chose Garden Grill.
Actually, I'm not going to pick Via Napoli.
Oh, so can I choose both? Can I choose Via Napoli?
Via Napoli was the other one on my
You
list.
can pick it. But,
Can I choose Via Napoli for lunch and
Yeah.
Garden Grill for dinner?
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, Via Napoli to me is right there with Le Cellier. To me, them two are automatically going to be picked by a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
wasn't even going to go there.
That's why I chose Garden Grill.
Okay.
Garden Grill, I think. Hey, look at me! I'm choosing Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, it's really good. The service fantastic, and you know what I love? This is what really frustrates me. Here we go, Dan rant time. Here we go. Right, where the food is here, and you see the characters for like a minute. They take your autograph, they take a picture, and then they go. Garden Grill is the complete opposite. And you know what? It's pretty much the same price, and you get to see the characters for more time. The characters spend
Three times. Last time we were there, they came around 3 times.
3 times.
I didn't even know what to say to them by the third time. I'm like, hi, good to see you again.
Hey, good to see you again. I just saw you around the other twice,
true.
2 times. But you get to spend a lot of time with the characters,
Yes.
and also the food there is phenomenal. And that's not, maybe just because it's literally right above a greenhouse. But you know what? The food is just delicious, and the turkey there is great. I love the fact they put goldfish on the mac and cheese.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool. And just everything. Well, the food is just cooked very, very well. The cast members are very, very well trained and really great fun. And it's an experience. You're going around this rotating restaurant. And surprisingly, it's a really quiet restaurant as well, despite it being in the middle of the Land Pavilion. For me, Garden Grill up with Via Napoli and Le Cellier as the best restaurants. It may be in the top 5 in the whole of Disney, possibly.
I agree. I actually think the Garden Grill breakfast is one of the best ones out there. The cinnamon bun that they bring out to you, I think it's illegal. I think they put something else inside of it. It's phenomenal, man. It's like criminal how good that thing is. And that's just the cinnamon bun. I agree with you 100%. I love the Garden Grill. Steve, you've been there, right?
I have had over a dozen reservations for the Garden Grill, and I have never been.
Right. Us three are going.
You're going. We're taking you next
I have
time.
had over a dozen reservations for this place, and I have never made it there. Every time I go, plans change. We do something different. And I had breakfast reservations with Corey Fiasco, I think, to go get that cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
I've never made it there. I've seen the characters as I walk by. I eat a Chippendale up there. Yeah. I have never been able to eat there as much as it's got to be I probably had more reservations for that restaurant than most of the ones I've ever eaten at, but never eaten there.
We're all going.
Donna Jaworski says, we closed down Garden Grill, and because it was the end of the night, all the characters did a special photo op with us. Very special moment and delicious dinner, too. Breakfast was incredible, too. That's an awesome moment.
We've got to do that.
Oh, my gosh, yes. We'll have to do that one time. Well, I agree. Garden Grill's a great pick. But my pick, it was the first time we ever did it. We're going over to Japan, and we're going to eat at Teppanito.
Not been there yet.
Yes. Let me just say this about Teppanito. It's more than just a dinner. It's an experience.
Yeah.
You're given a show while they're cooking the food in front of you, and it's really, really done well. You talk about Skipper Canteen and how those guys there are really funny while they're serving you your food. These guys, while they're cooking your hibachi grill food, are just as funny. They can be very entertaining, very, very charming, very funny. They interact with you, and the food is absolutely phenomenal. If they changed it from noodles to rice, it might be one of my favorite places right there with Le Cellier. I'm not big on the noodles. I'd rather have the rice.
Me too.
Can I just say the yum yum sauce is the best sauce on Disney property.
It's even better on rice. Imagine yum yum sauce on the rice. Steve, you got to eat it.
I want to. I fully want to. It's not even open a year, right?
No. Teppanito's been there forever. You're thinking of Takumi Te.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. Okay.
Yeah.
Teppanito's been there that long?
Oh my gosh, Teppanito! I did that.
Teppanito's been there.
I thought the hibachi one, right?
Yeah,
I thought it was brand new. No,
I've been there for forever. It was the first hibachi I had ever tried. It's phenomenal.
It's fantastic.
They got shrimp, they got steak, they got chicken. Oh my god!
I would say that being somebody who has a very big appetite, maybe it won't fill you as much as maybe some other restaurants will. But the actual food itself tastes amazing. I would just say the food portion size. If you're a big eater, I would maybe eat some food and wine before or after as well.
Okay. Yep.
That's just my only sort of critique of that.
Well, that's one of the ones you can do if you want to do during Christmas time. If you want to see the candlelight procession, I think Tepanito is one of the ones you can get on the package, and that would be a phenomenal experience for sure.
And also, I think with your receipt, you can stand on the balcony overlooking the lagoon to watch Epcot Illumination Forever, whatever it's called now.
Epcot Forever, yeah. Well, the new show's coming. Yeah,
well, eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
When we're all there.
Yeah, whenever that happens. But yep, so that's my one. That's Tepanito for me. But so there you go, guys. That's our picks. That's our restaurants in and around Walt Disney World. Maybe we'll have to do another one of these and do some Disney Springs or add on to these. But
there's so many we missed in Epcot.
Oh, so many. For sure.
Restaurant Marrakesh. No kidding.
Well, but it's funny you said that because, Dan, one of the ones Melissa wants to try is Restaurant Marrakesh. She thinks it's overlooked because it's all the way in the back like that. And nobody knows it's back there.
I think it's overlooked because that's a very unique palette. Let
me tell you something. Palette. I remember going there maybe in 2012. I went with my parents. It's the first time they've been back in 10 years. The first time I went back in 10 years, and my parents were like, right, we choose one restaurant apart from Sanaa to go to. So I chose Restaurant Marrakesh. We went there. The atmosphere is fantastic. The belly dancers were great. Just saying.
Food wasn't good, huh?
The food, surprisingly, the food was very bland.
Really?
I ordered the kebab. We had rice and then 2 kebabs with no veggies or anything, just sat on top. I could have cooked it on the grill outside my house. Like,
wow.
For me, I was like, there's so many better food options out there. Like, just go to Coral Reef. Well, go to Coral Reef. It's absolutely fine.
Hey, don't look at me. I don't want to eat there. Melissa wants to eat there. It's not up my alley, for sure.
We'll go back to Sanaa. It's fine.
Gotcha. I agree. Well, there you go, guys. Thank you again, everybody. Let me just do a few things real fast in the chat. Obviously, we want to thank Dean over at the liveplace.com with family-friendly streams throughout the week, Monday through Sunday. If you're looking for a stream, these 2 guys are both there, and plenty of other folks as well. Be sure to check him out. Dean's like he's like the TV guide of Live Place for sure, and live streams. Check him out. He's a great supporter. And of course, both of these guys are my partner channels. Check out Steve. I keep doing that wrong. Steve goes live on Mondays with Just Another Monday Night. And of course, Dan, who was live a little bit earlier tonight with Disney Fiasco.
Thank you.
So, Dan, we'll start with you, buddy. What's coming up on your channel?
Can I just say, firstly, thank you for inviting me onto Sports Night. I've been wanting to get on Sports Night for so long, so I really, really do appreciate it.
Dan, you're welcome all the time, man. Just it's like 4:00 in the morning where you're at. So.
No, thank you so much.
206.
206.
It's fine. I'm going to be in Shep's stream chatting away because apparently you're in jail. So I don't know.
I don't get it.
We'll explain it. It's fine. It's fine. We'll explain it.
Oh, now I get it. No,
I don't get it. You have to explain it to me.
We'll explain it. My channel, Disneydan, DIZNEYDAN. I just had Disney Fiasco episode 86 with Zippity Doodad, PPP, Practically Perfect Park Opening. I've had that right the whole day, and now I just get it wrong. Practically Perfect Parking, and Meg from Mickey's Magic. It was a great show. We talked about what kind of lands we want at Disney, and I think Meg chose Lord of the Rings, so that was pretty cool. And Zip chose Haunted Mansion, and South America was Josh, and I chose lots of others. It was great. Please go enjoy it. It's a really fun show. We're waiting for episode 100. Disney Food Fridays are back, which is great. I love Disney Food Fridays. So if you want to talk about more about Disney food, come join me on Fridays for a small Disney Food Friday video. And I've got a pinhole coming out this week as well. So that is my channel.
There you go. Dan's got tons going on. What about you, Steve? For anybody that came late, I know you said earlier.
Yeah. So first off, I'm not in jail. I get it now. No, not at all. Matter of fact, I just changed my name from that it was stupid. That no, I took it off. That's the stupidest show in the history of TV. But anyways, I got a lot of content. Finally going to get a chance to get it out, but I'm trying to get my studio remodeled. So no, nobody stole any of the stuff. I do hear an echo now that the stuff's not in here. So
Yeah,
there's going to be. I'm going all out with like sound panels and everything else to make this as good as it can possibly be.
Nice.
All new equipment, everything. So
Cool.
this behind me is going to be pretty incredible, in my opinion. There's a reason why it looks the way it does right now, but you'll understand next. I should have everything in and done by Tuesday. So hopefully on Wednesday night stream, it'll be there. But that's what I'm just kind of kicking back and doing right now.
Very nice. There you go. And for me, it's funny. We just hit 2,000 subs, and then we went below 2,000 subs.
Hey, look, you're there, dude.
Roller coaster.
You're there. No, you're there, dude. I can't.
It's no big deal. No,
As soon as you hit it,
Yeah.
you've hit it.
It happened when you hit. It happened at 1,500 because you still owe us a few rides on Tower Repair. You went up and down and up and down.
No, I already did the up and down on that ride. Never again. That was it. I put my foot in my mouth on that one. I won't do that again.
Really?
Oh my gosh! But thank you all for joining us again. We Mouse Madness is over. We finished the tournament. Thank you to everybody who voted. Thousands of votes actually. We had over 2,000 total votes. It was absolutely fantastic. Rise of the Resistance went up against Haunted Mansion. That was your final. That was your championship. Haunted Mansion won.
Don't get
But
it.
again, it's all about how you vote. Again, the best ride may not be your favorite ride. And that's, I mean, for me, when I vote, the Rise of the Resistance is the best ride, but it's not my favorite ride.
But it's also may be a ride that half the people that voted haven't been on.
Exactly. But it made it to the final. It made it to the championship.
Yeah.
So that should tell you something. It beat everybody but Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
And, and I think for a lot of people, they voted on what was their favorite. Because for me, if Disney were to come to me and say, Rise of the Resistance or Haunted Mansion, one of them's got to go.
Haunted Mansion.
Okay, and I'd say Rise of the Resistance.
Let me real quick. I love the Haunted Mansion. Love the Haunted Mansion. I was just doing it in my head. I would say there's at least 8 better rides in Magic Kingdom, just off the top of my head. Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain. I'm not done. And then you go to Pirates of the Caribbean and Jungle Cruise. They're all better than Haunted Mansion.
I know Steve was in jail, but I might be in jail in a minute.
It's fantastic. They're all fantastic rides, but I do not understand how Haunted Mansion keeps winning these brackets.
Because it's a beautiful attraction. It's just so unique. I think that's what it is. It's not an IP. It's by itself. There's no other ride like it in any other park, in my opinion. All the other ones are copies of it. It's just so unique. There's just nothing like it. It's scary at first. It becomes whimsical at the end.
It's fantastic. I've got no problems with it whatsoever. Yeah, it's fantastic. I just think
I'm just saying. I think that's why it wins.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train's better than it. I mean, I don't think so. I even think Peter Pan's Flight's better than it. Just
the juice isn't worth the squeeze for those rides.
It's either
you wait too long for 30 seconds.
Well, I don't. I get fast passes.
Well, right, but I'm just saying.
It's either that or Stitch's Great Escape.
What about Stitch's Great Escape?
It's either Haunted Mansion or Stitch's Great Escape.
I loved Stitch's Great Escape, but not near as much as Haunted Mansion.
Did you really?
I thought Stitch. Well, I liked the Alien Encounter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alien Encounter scared the crap out of me.
Me too.
I loved every minute of it.
It was actually meant to be a xenomorph from Alien.
It was.
Really? It was meant to be. They tried to get the rights to it, but then they didn't go with the rights for Alien. So they're like, oh, we're just gonna make one that looks like a xenomorph, I guess.
Well, it was really close to it. It looked almost exactly like it. Yeah. It was. I agree, Steve. It was scary too. It scared the pants off.
I loved every minute of it.
It was awesome.
Thing would breathe on the back of my neck. I was like, yes.
Yeah, I agree. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for joining us. We appreciate it. In 15 minutes, head on over to the Shep family. He's going live with story time for Shep. And I think Dean at the live place is doing something tonight as well at 10?
At 4 a.m. for my time.
So if you're able to check out Dean as well, check him out as well. But thank you all for joining us. We definitely appreciate it. I'll see you guys on Tuesday night as well with Desanity. And until then, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye everybody. I got to hit end broadcast, don't I?
It helps.